Hello, my name is Laura, and I'd just like to talk to you a little bit about my career progression. I left college with a Cedesco and a CIBTAC qualification, Cedesco particularly because I knew I wanted to travel, and Cedesco is accepted worldwide. As soon as I was out of college, I saved money. I worked in a local beauty salon and did waitressing in the evening. I was really keen to save up for my round the world ticket. I ended up in New Zealand, which was an amazing time. I settled there for a year and found a job in a salon. I met some amazing people, and I'm still in touch with some of them today, and that's 30 years on. When I got back, I went to a beautiful five-star hotel in the New Forest, which was, I feel like, the beginning of my career. It was really high expectations, and service was expected to be brilliant. So I learned loads, and I had this amazing team that I was working with. And this was the first time that I was introduced to Espa. It was amazing for me to find a brand that I truly loved the products. I loved the body oils. I loved the philosophy, and it really felt like it was aligning with my own sense of wellness and personal development, to really sort of help you feel good and help you live well. When I was working at Chewton Glen, I became really interested in energy work. I found that I was feeling energy in the body and I was curious about that. So I went off to do a Reiki course. And I'm still discovering there's lots of different modalities with energy. And some of the treatments that we're bringing out now, some of the advanced ones, are really taking into consideration energy flow in the body. And that really excites me. I love that. That's something I'm really passionate about. And never stop learning, always reading around the subject and researching. I'm very, very fortunate to be involved in something that I absolutely love doing. When I'd finished at Chewton Glen, I moved to London because I moved to be with my boyfriend in London, who's now my husband. The job I got in London was in another beautiful five-star place. And in the evening, I worked. In the daytime, I worked in the spa, and then in the evening, I did a night course for a teaching qualification. I knew that's what I wanted to do next. I'd finished my course, and almost immediately I was headhunted by a previous manager to go and train therapists in Lithuania as the first Lithuanian health spa. It was really exciting to me. I'd not really experienced anything like that before. I didn't know what I was going into. So it was a really good opportunity to deal with something I was really afraid of, but also really excited by. And I would say I probably continue to do that. I think you should jump in and do what scares you sometimes. So I had an amazing time there, learnt loads, really about sort of connecting with people and thinking about language barriers as well and how to get over that. So that was a really good learning experience for me. When I came back, I got my first management position because I felt like I'd done a bit of training now, and now I hadn't really experienced doing management, so I was going to have a go at that. And I got my first management job at the Claridge's Hotel in London. Had an amazing year, and also I got to work with my favourite brand again. So I was dealing very closely with Espa as the manager of the club at the top of Claridge's Hotel. And it was a really wonderful year. And then I left to raise a family. It was a decision. I decided to be with my babies, two little girls who are now 19 and 20. And I started a mobile business working around the family, and it was suited me fantastically. And that's something that's so good about this career, is that you can do so many different things with it. It's really flexible. You can work around children. So I did that, and I had it was a privilege to work with an amazingly loyal client base, and I had some of them for 17 years. It was just a really precious time to see the children grow and to see my business grow as well. And then I got to the point, we moved out of London, went to Hertfordshire, and then I just felt I wanted to do something different. When I got to Hertfordshire, I worked in a hospice, working with patients who were going through really traumatic times and their families as well. And having been touched by cancer in my family as well, it was a kind of a cathartic experience. And I learned lots. I got to use my Reiki, learned lots about therapy and also lots about life. While I was on that journey of sort of discovering and personal development, I also volunteered in a school for severely compromised learning difficulties with children with profound learning difficulties. And it was such a privilege to connect with those beautiful souls through massage with the occupational therapist and the physiotherapist. And that was another whole learning curve for me. And I felt I sort of properly learnt to love there. A lot about communication as well, because it wasn't verbal. So this added to my training skills. Then as my children grew and became more independent, I decided that now was the right time to pursue my dream, which was to be an Espa trainer. And it took a couple of attempts, I have to say. I just kept going because I wanted it so badly. I just kept showing up and eventually got the job. And it's been 4.5 years. It feels like every week you feel like you're in a new job. It's really exciting. It's really challenging. It's really tiring, and you feel so satisfied getting over these challenges and doing different things, connecting with therapists who I believe are a very special breed of people anyway, but as well as that, having different cultures and in different countries. It's a really marvellous career and marvellous thing to be doing. And also, I do really feel like, because this company, Espa, is so holistic and it is really working with people, it's not just about the products, and it's really developing you as a person. And because of that sort of very caring, compassionate, loving philosophy underneath it, we've built this incredible team. So the support network, even though we only really see each other, the other members of the team, maybe twice a year, we're in contact, over the phone and emails and WhatsApp and things like that. But it just feels like a really special bond, and I do feel like I'm part of a really gorgeous family, work family. And I just, I can't recommend it enough, really. So if I had any advice for anybody starting out, I would say be curious. I would say work hard. Assume that you're going to meet the same people along the way. The industry is quite small, strangely. You bump into the same people. Do your best. Always say yes, unless there's a very good reason to say no. And work with joy. Okay, well, good luck, everyone, and I'd love to see you all on a training course soon. Take care. Bye-bye.